Hey, Chiropassion champions. Today's topic, how to make today better than yesterday in your practice, in your life. Often what happens is we look at certain things in our practice, right? Or we look at certain things in our life and we're like, oh God, I can't stand that. You get that moment of reckoning and you're like, oh my God, I'm done. It's over. I want to get rid of that. And then you're like, okay, I want to make all these changes and make everything different. And then that sometimes becomes overwhelming and that becomes stressful and sometimes equally as stressful as what you don't like about your practice or what you don't like about your life. So you end up resorting back to the way you were doing things before because the change itself became equally, if not more, painful or stressful or created as much anxiousness or anxiety or even disgust as what we were trying to change, right? So that's why it's so difficult, isn't it? Isn't it so difficult to make changes? And as a coach, I've had people join our program, and within a short amount of time, they get challenged. They're like, oh my God, just like this is a challenge. This is overwhelming. This is difficult. Like change is difficult. There's no doubt about it. It is difficult. This is one of the things I've been coaching now for 10 years. So think about this. Think about this. We've all heard the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. There's a reason that Lao Tzu said that. There's a reason that statement is so profound. And that is that change begins with one step. That it is a step-by-step process. That there's so much to learn in the process of growth that you've heard it, right? You got to learn to walk before you can run, and that's true with practice. So if you're trying to change something in your life, if you're trying to change something in your practice, you can't just, okay, that's it, I've had it, I'm going to do it this way, and then you jump in it, and then that itself becomes more problematic sometimes and can create more problems than the problem you're trying to solve. So you've got these great minds and these phenomenal moments of insight by so many great leaders that teach us that small steps are critical. There's so many examples, but a quick story is Mount Rushmore. So think about that. You get this foreigner, and he sees this rock formation in South Dakota, and he says, wow, I'm going to carve 60, 70 foot tall faces of 4 presidents that have to do with the birth of our nation, the development of our nation, the growth of our nation, and representation of our nation, right? Think about that. And you're like, what? And he's like, oh yeah, I got a sketch and I drew it out, and I want you guys to support and help me pay for it, and that's what I'm going to do. So now you've got this rock formation that doesn't even have a road to it, and you're standing looking at basically rocks, right? Granite. And this guy is going to basically connect himself to ropes, and with the use of small charges of dynamite back in 1927. Now, we're not even dealing with technology and CAD and design and that type of technology that we have today that would make it easier for safety factors. I mean, how are you going to proportion the sculpture of the face of George Washington from a rope with a handheld jackhammer? I mean, if you really think about it, and hand tools, you know what I'm saying? So this guy embarks on this journey, Gutson and his son Lincoln, and they carve the president's faces on Mount Rushmore, and it takes them 14 years, 15 years to carve this. So think about the monumental task of doing that, and secondly, I think what's really important is he didn't think that it was going to take overnight. Hey, I want to work on my table talk. I want to work on bringing more children to my practice. I want to work on marketing in my practice. I want to work on doing a dinner talk, or I want to work on doing a corporate talk or fishbowl marketing, or I want to work on doing a Monday night to educate people more on chiropractic. So, the idea of, hey, listen, I like Borio systems and I want to embark on doing all that overnight. It's kind of like Mount Rushmore. You know what? It's gonna take some time. And if you watch him carving Mount Rushmore, think about this. You could look at what he did for a year and go, it doesn't really look like anything. And the guy's worked for a whole year and it still doesn't look. So if you watch the photographs of the progression of this, like this guy's dedicated his life for years before he does the project, and then he starts the project, and you're looking at his work after a year, and it still doesn't look like he did anything. You know what I mean? It's like you've got this rough, smooth kind of structure that, hey, there's George Washington. You're like, give me some peyote and a little bit of legalized marijuana, and maybe I can make it there. You know what I mean? Yet this guy had a vision. He had passion. He had something that he knew that he was going to dedicate his life to, because he had a story inside, a song inside that he wanted to sell and share with the world. And 14 years later, with the help of his son, Lincoln, my God, now it's something we talk about and revere. But along the way, I'm sure he had naysayers and people said it wasn't going to work. But it really was the journey of 1,000 miles that began with one step. It began with a draw. At first, it began with an idea and a desire, and then it became a drawing, and then it became, I got to develop some money here, and then I'm going to get a handheld jackhammer and some tools, and I need to get some rope, and I got to get legal permission, and lo and behold, he creates this monument, which is just beautiful, and it's a great representation. Certainly incomplete, certainly not representative of our entire country, but certainly representative in that day of our country and his mindset. So think about your practice that same way. Like, it's going to be a step. It's a little step. It's a little step. So, how do you make today better than yesterday in your practice? One, I will always tell you, have a destination. Have a place that you want to take your life or your practice. Hey, I want to take my practice, maybe it's a volume, maybe it's a percentage of children or a percentage of families or whatever it is. And there's no right or wrong. It's only right for you. So first, pick a destination. And then the second thing is you're going to take one little step every day towards that destination. It really is one little step to make yourself a little better today than yesterday. It's one little hammer of a chisel on your life. Like Michelangelo, think of yourself as a block of marble, and every day, like Michelangelo said, it's not that I'm sculpting David, it's that David's in the marble and I'm chipping away at the marble that's in the way, right? So he's revealing what's already within the marble. And it's a different way to think about it. James Parker said that, genius already lies within you, and it's a process of shedding. And I love that, right? And B.J. Palmer said genius lies within everybody, right? And you could just go on and on. But the reality is, there's these lines in the good book that states that God would never put the desire of creating something greater than yourself within you if he didn't think that you had everything in you to attain it. And that's a great way to think about it. But it doesn't mean you're going to attain it tomorrow. Some of us, it's a journey. It's a lifetime. I remember reading Michelangelo said, at 87, I'm still getting better. I look at that too. I've been in practice almost 30 years. I'm still getting better. I'm still getting better, if you will, with my hammer and chisel when I adjust somebody. I'm still getting better. I'm still perfecting the adjustment, or where I want to adjust somebody, or how I'm going to adjust somebody, or where and how I'm going to correct a subluxation within the spine. What's the best way to approach them, and identifying as years go on and learning the new science and technology of how to work. It's a little step, and that little step of I'm going to do one little thing today that's going to make it better. And because you have a destination in mind, it makes it easier, because you realize that every step you take is going to be more efficient, because I'm not going hard right or hard left. I'm going, well, every step I take is towards that destination that I've already plugged into my GPS. So I'm moving towards that every day. And I may go a year and go, wow, I feel like I'm making some progress. And from the outside, people may go, wow, I got to be honest with you, it doesn't look like things are a whole lot different. But in reality, just like Mount Rushmore, right? Mount Rushmore was a process. He could see the vision. He knew where he was going with the sculpture. Your life is a sculpture. Your life is something that is already beautiful and you're revealing. God wouldn't put the end game inside you if he didn't think that you were capable of achieving it, but it's a process. So every day, in my final moment here, every day, just make your day a little bit better. Every day, make the decision that you're going to make a little incremental change in your life. Just like brushing your teeth. One day kind of meaningless, right? But if I brush my teeth every day for a lifetime, geez, I got a beautiful set of teeth, right? The same thing with your life. Just it's a little moment or two, a few minutes every day that you're going to commit to your growth, your personal development, increasing your skills business-wise, increasing your ability to communicate, increasing your ability to develop maybe a better conversation with a mom to bring her child in. Whatever that is, it's a little bit every day, a little bit every day. And as the years progress, just like Mount Rushmore, boy, somebody's going to step back and go, wow, what beauty you've created in your life. And in the end, that's really what it is, isn't it? It's progress and trying to create something that not only we're proud of, but we're leaving that legacy for other people. That's what BJ thought. That's what Dee Dee Palmer thought. That's why Reggie and all these people I have behind me thought. They were willing to serve a mission greater than themselves in an effort to leave something that was beautiful. So chiropractic is like is like Mount Rushmore. It's something beautiful that we can reflect upon and certainly improve upon. And at least that's the way I think of it. That makes a lot of sense to me. Hey, my last moment here with you guys. We've got a big event coming up. It's called a Borio Boot Camp. And that is a boot camp in my office. It's a one-day training. We actually open the office. We show you everything, what we do, procedural-wise, right from meet and greet at the front desk, how we process anyone new to our office, how we educate people, lead them to lifetime care, table talk, how to handle missed adjustments, how to do checkups, you name it. We basically do the full training. It's a whole day event. It's fantastic. We end at Borio's restaurant with my dad. So if you're not a client of ours and you're looking to learn more, that's a great way to start. It's a great program. You can just click on the link I've got over here or go to chiropassionconsulting.com. Click that link and we'd love to have you there. We've got room for 75 people. Your fee includes the fee for CAs. There's an additional fee for each doc. So love to see you there. We also have a Mastery Retreat going on in Rome this year. We also have a event in Oklahoma City that we're going to do in November. You can click our link for that future event as well. Hey, if you like what I have to say and you want to talk to me a little bit more directly, you can click the link for a free coaching call. It brings you to an Acuity link, and then you can set up a 30-minute time to talk to me. Love to hear your story, why you're a chiropractor, how you're a chiropractor, and maybe we resonate, and maybe, hey, we'd love to have you as a member of our program and as of our growing group of chiropractors. We'd love that. Maybe you're looking to do something a little further. Maybe you're ready to join our program. There's a link right here as well. So you can click the link. We've got a couple levels of membership, and I'd love to have you part of our family. Again, if we resonate with you, if it's something that you want to be part of. In closing, guys, like I said, set a journey, set a destination, and every day, just in your journal, just even if it's one sentence, every day, what am I going to do today better? What's one little thing that I can do better today than yesterday? And if it's just that, within 14 years, you're going to create something that will live on for eternity. Which is absolutely fantastic. Hey guys, love and appreciate you guys, certainly for loving what I love. Love to be part of this chiropractic family. Love to be the quarterback, if you will, of a growing group of chiropractors and Chiropassion Consulting. I mean, we have, and I say it in the most humble way, we have some of the best docs. And when I say docs, I define that as people some of the best human beings in chiropractic in this program, and it's such an honor to just spend time with you guys at all these events and webinars and such. I just love it. So like I said, I'll keep gabbing here. I got to shut up. So love and appreciate you guys, and I'll talk to you within a week or two. All right. Check it out.